Very good evening from India and welcome to EDX Talks, that is the Research Celebrity Talk Show. Of course, we are all having the dream to become bigger, to become successful, and we have to know about the life of the people, those who are already receiving, already gaining each and everything in academics. They are guiding scholars, they are always role model, global leader to us. So I would like to introduce in front of you, and it is our privilege also that in today in our research celebrity talk, so we have Professor Dr. Leonardo Arileno de Silva as a guest of the research celebrity show. He is the professor and researcher EMPA Brazil, that university from Brazil. So very good evening, sir, and welcome to our research celebrity talk show.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here with you all, and I hope you have a great session. I'm sure of that. Thank you for the invitation.
You are most welcome, sir. And now this is our privilege to introduce in front of you the another global leader, academician, contributor, who is giving contribution to not only to one country, he is always giving his contribution through conferences, through seminars to all over the world. So this is our Professor Dr. Mercurio Z. Gaeta from the College of Arts and Science, Department of Communication, University of East Caloocan, Metro Manila, Philippines. So very good evening from India, sir, and welcome to our Research Celebrity Talks.
Yes, good evening. Thank you very much for the invitation. And good evening, India. Good evening, Philippines. And good evening to you, Dr. Rituraj Saikia, and to your wife, Dr. Patricia Saikia, for the very nice invitation. And thank you also for EDX Research Center in India. Thank you for the invitation in the Celebrity Research Talk Show via Zoom streaming. I'm Dr. Macario Chigueta from the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope that today we will go for discussion. We will come to know about your life stories related to your life as a research celebrity. Today we will have the today discussion. Now this is time to introduce Mohammed Al Maliki from Morocco. He is from the Faculty of Science, Mohammed First University, from the Department of Physics. So Mohammed Al Maliki, welcome to this research celebrity EDX Talk Show.
Thank you, sir. I am very happy to be with you this day, and I can't wait to interact with all these amazing speakers we have today. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. So I would like to start with our some questions. Some question will be funny, some question will be personal, some question will be research oriented, academics oriented, so that we will have the good gossip today evening. And I hope that every researcher will come to know how they are becoming so much successful in their life. I would like to go with my first question, and this first question is for our Leonardo sir. Leonardo sir, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, so what would be the food? That only one food you can select for your all other lifetime. What will be that?
Oh my goodness. First of all, I would say that Brazilians love food. I love food, okay? Yeah. But my favorite food, interesting, because it reminds me my year's age, is rice. I love rice. I like it remembers me when my mother was preparing rice at home, and that smelled very good. So rice, it's for me, it's very important. I'd like to eat rice every day for the rest of my life, because I could improve the recipe. It's a basic, but it's very important. It gives you energy. That are very important. It has carbohydrates. I love rice. especially
Yeah, in
rice.
India also, that in most of the places that we are used to take the rice as our the principal food, and I think that in Brazil also they are always enjoying the rice. Thank you, sir, for sharing. And my another question is to our Gaeta sir, Dr. Gaeta sir. What is happiness according to you? This is somewhat different question. And any that happiest moment of your life you would like to share with us for Dr. Gaeta sir. Dr. Emeka Gaeta sir and Philippine. Sir, my question is that what is happiness according to you? My question is that what is happiness according to you? And if you would like to share any happiest moment of your life with all of us.
Well, for me, uh, being happy is, of course, you are contented in everything. But being happy sometimes gets you into failure. So if there are some things that actually come to your to yourself, and then if you're already been gifted with everything, so be happy. And then if there are times that, for example, there are sorrowful times that sometimes qualms ourselves, so we need to get back to ourselves when we're happy. And then if you're sad, so don't lose hope, because everything in this world should be more on happiness, not on the sorrowful side. Because I have a very I have a very sad experience this last year. So I would like to share it with you that my son, the only son, he was died due to sickness. But even though he left me and the rest of my family, I didn't treat it as a sorrowful, sorrowful experience, but rather I think of it into the positive side. So he left because there's a purpose for him to left me, but I could survive. In these times of trouble, I need to be happy because I have a lot of, I have a lot of students who's waiting in the university. And of course, I was very thankful to you, Dr. Research Center, because you gave me happiness of the different presentations like this one, the celebrity talk show in India, which is very rare, and it's a very rare opportunity for us. So for me, happiness is what you have experienced, and then happiness is contentment, and happiness could give you more insights of life. So for me, I'm very happy. I don't feel any, any bad omen or bad feelings. So right now, I'm full of happiness, and I'm very thankful for that.
Thank you. Thank you sir, for sharing us. And I think that this is a message
Thank
for
you.
all of us, all the researchers, all the academicians. Be happy. Please be happy and enjoy your moment. And it is, I think, that as our Dr. Gaiter said, that he is now also enjoying, he is now happy. So we have to enjoy our life. We have to live our life. We have to be happy. I think that this is the energy and the source of our life. Well said by our Dr. Gaiter sir. Now my question is to Mahmoud Maliki sir. That what will be your career after this part? That how you plan your career? That you were having say a PhD and physics, and you are doing that one. That thereafter, as a young researcher, what do you think like that? Which will be the best career for you, and why you are thinking like this?
Yes, sir. First of all, I have some comments about definition of happy from my point of view. So I think happiness is just a feeling. So this feeling will be with you along the way, where you will face a lot of failures. Failures for me is just an opportunities that make you grow and develop in yourself during this life. So being happy is not related to anything. I'm talking about anything materials. I am not have to have a lot of money to be happy, or losing someone. It's not. It's from my point of view. It's not will make me be be sad, because I believe that it's just another life. There is another life, so I don't have to be sad for anything. Happiness is just a feeling. I can feel that the happy right now, and I will be, and I am sure that in the next hours, on the next minutes, I will feel sad. So sad or happy is just a feeling, and we don't have to bother ourselves to reach this in this life, reach to be happy, or we will reach it. I'm sure that this is like from my point of view, the happiness or sadness is like the sinus function. I think uh, you can
Yeah, this is very true. This is very true,
yes,
and these are
it's a
actually the
sinusoidal. It is a
both side of the
sinusoidal.
coin. Both side of the
Yeah.
coin, like the
Yes.
happiness and
Yes.
the sorrow or sadness. Truly.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So,
So
and
about
how you plan about career? That
yes.
we would like to know that after
Yes, sir.
your
So,
study
so
degree.
about my career, my objective right now is to find the postdoc where I can grow and take a new challenges out over time with researchers, with new researchers. Ultimately, I'd like to assume more management responsibilities and get involved in the product strategies, and why not an international project with specialist people. The career for me is a long travel between jobs. That's what I am thinking about it right now.
Okay. So, what is your
Thank you.
dream job? What is your dream job? That is.
I want to start a project that can help people. I also think about a group of restaurants projects focusing on natural foods. I actually love the natural foods, and I am sure that
Okay.
at some point we will all start thinking about the healthy foods. And I want to bring out our traditional food to the world, our Moroccan traditional food. The dream job for me is not exist, and since I like traveling between jobs, however, I can say that my dream job is that which I can bring with that job that can bring you money while you are sitting at your home or traveling. It's a job that I can let me have
Yeah.
more money and focus in the same time on what I want exactly. So that I really don't think about this wrong equation or wrong relationship between the money and the more effort. So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily to have more effort if I want more money. I don't like this idea exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I think that this is really good ideology also. And as you were saying about the food, and today also, that food is also one part of discussion because, yes, of
Yes.
course, because, and I will be back to you with some question on food. Before it, I would like to go with our professor, Dr. Leonardo, sir. My question is to Leonardo, sir, is somewhat different again. Sir, do you believe in destiny? What is destiny for you?
Destiny.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hard question. I try to share my point of view. I do believe that ourselves do our destiny, right? I don't believe that someone comes to earth predestined to something. I believe that during your life, you you must do your best, right? To study, to work hard, to be humble, to be wisdom. Because, I have seen many poor people reaching great results when they make their best. So I don't believe in destiny from a mystical perspective, but I believe in destiny when you do your part, when you make your part, right? If you
Yeah.
study, if you are a believer, if you do your best, I think you can open doors around the world, no matter what you want in life. If you do your best, you create your destiny. right? Because we all have the same opportunities in life. You need to devote your time to make your best, to participate in meetings, to make the best you can, and the doors will open. I believe destiny this
Yeah.
way because this is what I have lived in my life. I was born in a poor family. I didn't have condition to study at the time, and since I was a boy, I had to work hard. I just had the opportunity to learn English when I was 25 years old. So, and since then, I have study, and learning new different things and sharing good things with people and making my best. And today, I'm a professor. So, I think it is destiny when you make your part.
This is very true, and you are inspiring actually each and every people. Truly, that if someone can do hard work, they can make their own destiny. My another question is that which will help the researcher, which will help the academician. I would like to know that how people can involve themselves in the journey of entrepreneurship for generating employment, because the fact is that today if we see most of the place, most of the country suffering from the jobless problem, either the salary cut program or like that they are facing. So what will be the entrepreneurship, maybe from your side, opinion from your side, that our researcher academician can adopt for the generation of more and more employment?
Okay. Here in Brazil, we have three situations that motivates entrepreneur. For example, you can be retired, you can lost your job, or maybe you have a gift. Okay. So the first thing I consider important for everyone who wants to entrepreneur is do what you like to do. Discover in yourself something that is good, that you like, and then you can sell it to your consumers. I think this is the first step. What do you like? What do I like to do? Because when you decide for something that you like, you will success on that. So discover something you like, study the market. Okay, you want to sell something. Who are your target? And then go ahead, believe in yourself. Nothing in life is easy. Nothing in life is easy. Big companies today started small. So believe in yourself. Ask yourself, what do I like to do that I can sell to the market?
Yeah.
Identify a target and go ahead. Go ahead. Work hard and you achieve your goals.
This is very true. And if researcher can use these actually, I think tricks, I would like to say it as a trick, as you were saying. Yes, whatever you like, love to do, you have to do that one. And you have to be passionate about your work, then you can sell anything. And this is the entrepreneurship.
Very
True, very,
important. Yes.
yeah.
Very
I think that
important to be passionate about that.
truly, and it will help the researcher because during this time, yeah, somewhat already they are starting entrepreneurship, it is different, but someone facing some problem, if they want to start their own business, if they want to start their own entrepreneurship journey, I think that your message will really encourage them. They will be motivated, they will come to know that how they can utilize their time, how they can motivate themselves to be involved in more entrepreneurship work, and they can be the leader of the future world. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing this
Yes, sir.
opinion. So one more now question to our Dr. Gayatri, sir. Dr. Gayatri, sir, my question to you, I would like to know about that if world will be no more, this is somewhat the situation, the imaginary situation. So if world will be no more, what are the five objects you like to select before destroying the world to save the humanity? That you are having the opportunity. You can imagine that you know that the world will be no more and you have to be in another planet or another place like that. And you can select the five anything, five any material, any object from the world. What will be that five element or five object from your side to save the humanity?
Yes, sir. You know, I am very excited to answer that question because uh, there are five important things for humanity for survival that we need to, we need to keep. For example, if there's nothing no more in this world, well, for me, I chose if there's for example, if there's enough food, I will choose food because everybody need food. We need to feed ourselves. We need to feed the mouth of the young, and because we need food, so we need what we call a basket for everybody. Good agriculture, and then second is that if there's nothing, I'd rather choose shelter because there are many people in this world, not only the Philippines, not only in India, not only the third world countries, but all over the world, even there are developed or underdeveloped countries. That there are many people who don't have the shelter. I'm pity for that. And thirdly, of course, because we are in the subtropical country, we need to survive for sanitation because you know
Yeah.
in this time of pandemic like this
Yes.
we need we need a lot of sanitation for ourselves, not only for ourselves, not only for the community, but for the entire world, to stop that that what they call a virus, the coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic. That's really we do not know how it was originated. They say that it was originated in Wuhan, but everybody is experiencing the coronavirus. And the number four for me is water, because uh, anywhere you go, we need water. For example, if we're sick, water is the therapy. So we need water for ourselves, and then water is also needed for those who are sick. And really, we need water every now and then. For to survive for our body. And lastly, for me, because for example, I was hooked in on internet because I'm researching and doing a lot of things since 2013. And one thing that I'd like to save for the humanity is that a lot of sleep, because we need to sleep, we need to revive ourselves, we need to be good every now and then because we need to act normally because in this time of pandemic, we need all those things, a lot of sleep. And I was very thankful because before I don't have a good sleep. I don't have the 8 hours sleep. Right now, I have 10, 12, 13 hours good sleep because we're just stay at home and we are conducting classes online, and everything must be in the four corners of the room. So I seldom go out because uh, coronavirus is threatening the Philippines. And because of sleep, I rejuvenated myself, and I look on my normal normal condition and personality, unlike before that I have a lot of wrinkles on my face. And the last thing that I want to save for the survival of humanity is, of course, sleep. And we don't need to forget to breathe and for the air. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think that as slowly we are going through a question and discussion become more and more interesting because we are dealing with the versatile area, not only on research. Yes, the every part of our life related to research. My one more question to our guide, sir, Dr. Gaeta, sir. The biggest change you would like to bring in academics if you get the opportunity in future, that you are having the power, you can make any change to academics. So the biggest change, okay, the biggest change you would like to make in the academic, you think like, no, no, this is not good right now, I would like to change this one. Anything that you would like to have from your side? To Dr. Gaita, sir.
Yes. One thing that I'd like to really change is this one, because we are now in the actually we are in the new normal. We call it in the new normal Philippines. But we need this thing, the education renewal, because there is now what we call the disrupted education, and a massive online learning, not only in my country, in the Philippines, but all over the world. So in this and this time, many things point to the need for a meaningful change and the education. Change around the world is driven by by exciting new research on how the brain works and how our people would learn. And learners must not only develop what they know, but also they need to learn the new skills. They need to have a good attitudes. They have to have a good values within themselves, and that will help them capable of other people. For this to happen, they need to actively take part in the learning, and we should be motivated by it. We are now in the information age. The new technology is there that's supporting learning and also driving change. And there are new tools for our students that allow them to connect from all over the world. And then there's a mountain of information that are easily accessible just, in just one click of a button. The teacher no longer holds all the knowledge because, all our children are now very knowledgeable in the new information age. They are now on the critical approach because there is what they call the cyber threats.
Yeah.
The victims of the cyber threats are mostly children. Specifically, I will divulge it right now in the world that the Philippines is now suffering from cyber threat
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the Philippines, according to UNESCO, we are number one in terms of uh, child pornography. So in
Mm.
this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, the disrupted education is there, and then
Yeah.
we are now encroached with the online learning. But there is one thing that we need to save the what do you call the cyber threat. So, for example, the India's billion of population, Philippines has more than 109 million people, and we need to save our children for this. So it's now what we call under critical approach and showing students how to select correct and then add and apply information in a meaningful ways. And then many educators system are feeling challenged by having prepared students for today's fast changing world. People everywhere are, they are grappling everywhere and how to change the students in their learning from synchronous to asynchronous, from modular approach, or for what we call the flexible learning. And students must develop the knowledge and skills for today's and tomorrow's workplace and further education or training. So for that, we need an educational renewal. That's what I wanted to
Yeah.
in the future, an education renewal for our children. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And a very important point that you have discussed here. Of course, the cyber attack, that the cyber security system, and the cyber
Yes,
law. We have to be careful, as you have said,
yes,
and you have explained the scenario in your country. And I think that this is going on in most of the countries of the world. And as you are now thinking about this one as an academician, I would like to request
yes.
in this platform that all academicians should think about that
Actually,
one.
Here in the Philippines, we have
Yeah. Especially in Philippines, as you have given us the information that what is going on at present. And I think that we have to find out the remedy. We have to make the rectification. We have to find out the solution. And the researcher and the people, those who are working for in different institutions, working in different organizations, those who are doing their research in the, say, this area, then they can find out the solution. Now, I would like to go to my next question to our Leonardo sir, and I go for that one. Just tell me. Okay, I think that. Just to give me 1 minute only, I go for. Dr. Leonardo, sir, any story of your life which was inspiring you for today's achievement? We all know that you are now global leader. You are always appearing in conference, that our seminars, you are giving the insightful knowledge. You have numbers of publications. So any story behind this? Any story to be shared with us?
Sure, sure. As I told you before, I was born in a very, very poor family, and I was the first one to get a graduation degree. And during the graduation was a hard time for me because, I didn't have too much knowledge. I needed to study a lot, 2 or 3 times more. And at the end of the course, maybe in your country as well, we have to present a final work. I don't know if this is the
Yes,
correct
yes.
name, but you do 4 years and you present your final work. And at that time, something happened, something illuminated that I love it to do that final work. And then I presented my final work to the professors, and one of them told me, Leonardo, you will be a professor. At that time, I laughed because, oh my goodness, what's going on?
Yeah,
And
that was the pure encouragement, I think, that made by your professor to you.
yes, my professor told me during the grading time, your final work is fantastic. You'll be a professor. But at the time, I didn't have that in mind. So I started to work in companies then. Now I can say that the destiny, because I was studying at the same time, I keep studying. And then one university invited me to start as a professor, and I just fell in love for that. And at that time, I thought to myself, this is what I want to my life, for my all long life. But I think the role of that professor at the time was crucial for me, because only you listen from your professor that you be a professor. It's too strong. It is too motivating, because you have your professors as a mirror. We are very important in our students' life, right? So I think this was very important, and this is a story I'd like to share with you. And I really believe that, as I told you before, we all have gifts. We all have gifts. Please don't wait for perfection. The perfection is infinite. Okay? They are believe, and day by day your best. There is a movie that I watched with my wife and I love. Maybe you know, The Man Who Knew Infinity. It's about an Indian mathematician, fantastic. Okay? That guy was a genius. Most of us are not genius. So we are capable if you work hard.
Yes.
Okay? So my professor inspired me, and I keep working hard. So this is my secret, if I can say this is a secret. Okay?
Yeah, I think that you have shared a beautiful story of your life, and it will inspire everyone. That is, yes, and I think that as an academician, those who are guiding scholar, those who are working as a professor, it is their responsibility also to encourage the other people. As you have rightly said about your professor, he was the person who was encouraging you. He told you that your work is fantastic and you should be the professor in future. That time, yes, of course, the imagination was not there, but he was inculcating knowledge inside you. He was inspiring you to become the professor, and we are congratulating you for becoming the professor and the global leader. And here for today, you are in the Research Celebrity Talks. Thank you, sir. That was really fantastic story you have shared with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks to my professors as well.
Yes,
Very
and we are also congratulating your mentor, because he was the person who was showing the right path to you to get the success in your life. And I hope that
Sure,
our
sure.
all academicians will also play that role with their own students. They will give their
For sure.
own direction, proper direction. They will provide to the scholars, to the students, so that they can get the success in their life. Thank you very much, sir. Now my question is to Muhammad Al Maliki. Muhammad Al Maliki, my question. Uh, I think that I'm unable to find. My question is to Muhammad Al Maliki. That you have already discussed about the food, and you have already informed us about your future dream. My question is that what food have you never eaten, but would you really like to try it in future? You have never taken it, but maybe whatever it may be, and you would like to try it in the future.
Uh, there
Anything
is
like crazy feelings for any food from your
there is a
side?
lot of food I didn't try.
Try
But in general, I like Asian foods and Turkish foods. Uh,
okay.
for Asian foods, I like the ramen,
Hmm.
and I already tried to make it here in Morocco.
Oh,
Yes.
so what is actually the most popular food in your country, Morocco, that most of the people used to go for that one?
Well, in Morocco, there is a lot of foods that you will would like to try, but
Yeah.
I recommend the famous couscous, which is most popular foods. That's
Okay.
in general
Couscous.
all.
The food
Yes,
name is okay.
yes, sir. The couscous is uh,
One of the best foods
flour.
that I think that you would
Yes,
like to suggest for us whenever we will make the visit to Morocco.
yes, you are
Yeah.
welcome, sir. At
I
any
hope
time.
that after COVID-19 pandemic, whenever we'll be in Morocco, then we will
Yes, why not?
surely try with you that couscous. Huh? Yeah, I think that. Thank you.
Actually, there is a lot of foods I will recommend for you if you come here.
Yeah, sure, sure. And thank you for your recommendation. My next question is to you again.
Okay.
That if you were having the power, please imagine, and you become invisible for one day. So,
Yes.
what are the funniest work that you would like to do at first? Say, one day you are invisible, and we know that regarding the invisible, so many movies are there, Hollywood movies, Bollywood
Yes.
movies there. You are now having the power to become the invisible. So, people want to know that how one physicist, as you are now physicist, I'm telling,
Yes.
become invisible for one day, how he will spend his that particular day.
Well, I would like to enjoy the feeling of non-existence, and I will also enjoy being free. And I will take. I will not do pranks to people. I'll just I think I will take a plane. And I will visit some place where no people are around
Okay.
me, and I will enjoy the peace of mind and
And
non-existence.
any crazy things that you would like to do with your that power, because you see that you can visit anywhere whenever you are visible
Yes,
to all the people. You can take any food whenever you are visible. So what is that craziest part of your life you would like to do whenever you are invisible? I'm not saying that it will be wrong, it may be the good work
yes, sir.
also,
I
because
think
people are generally thinking like that, that
yes,
it is only the wrong work or bad work. No, I'm not saying like that. I'm saying
yes.
that if you are having that power and you would like to do something different, so
I will,
what will be
I will,
that?
I will still steal bank.
Okay, I think that this is one of the craziest part you have told. And
Yes,
yes, of course, I think that the 90% of the people can think about this one, and it is one of the very good joke that you are sharing with us. Yes, of course. Yeah, we need the funny answer also, and therefore we are making that question. Thank you, Maliki, for sharing that part.
you're
We will
welcome,
again be
sir.
back to you,
Thank
and of course, and my request to not to go for any robbery of the bank if you were as a physicist getting that power of the invisible man. Thank you very much. So my next question is to Professor Dr. Gayatri sir from Philippines. Sir, My question is that uh, who is the ideal person of your life and why? Why you think so? That he is or she is the ideal person of my
Well,
life.
actually, we have our own role model. Because sir, I never dreamed to be a teacher. I never dreamed to be a teacher. Being a teacher actually is accidental because actually I finished a bachelor's degree in mass communication. So I am a broadcast journalist by profession for more than 28 years, even though I look young, but I'm already
Yeah.
in my 50s. Um, my role model actually was my former boss. Was really was an awarded journalist in the Philippines, and the reason why, when I employed in the broadcasting network here in the Philippines, I was actually just a neophyte. I don't, but my big dream actually is to be a known newscaster. Because I really wanted to write. I really wanted to write news, how the news is being composed from the facts. And then my former boss allowed me, for example, even though I don't have a good voice, because when I was 21 to 25, I'm practicing my profession. My voice is not like this. My voice is actually like a modulated voice. That, for example, when I am, I'm speaking in front of many people, they will told me, "Oh, is there any microphone beside me?" And then I was then because I finished my degree when I was 27. I was really old for that in the Philippines. When you're 27, you're no longer in college, but you need to be in masters or in a PhD. But because of determination, my boss told me, finish your degree. There's no old or young when it comes to education. So I finished my degree in
Yeah.
mass comm, and I was very fortunate because my boss gave me a lot of opportunities. Uh, he gave me a position of being the news director of the news and current affairs of the AM radio in the Philippines. And
Oh.
what happened? That program, my program actually was chosen by the Philippine Broadcasters Association to be the best public affairs program in the entire
Oh.
Philippines or even in Manila
Congratulations.
because we live
Yeah.
in a province, and that was actually I was nominated several times. My program was actually nominated again for the best public affairs program promoting culture and arts in the Philippines. And that's why I idolize my former boss. He taught me this is the role on how to deliver the broadcast. He taught me the proper vocalization because there is what he call a secret when it comes to broadcasting. You don't need just to go to the microphone, speak in the microphone, but you need, for example, the 3 inches rule for you to be a good broadcaster. Because if your voice is modulated, 3 inches before the microphone. Because, for example,
Yeah.
it will pop up the microphone if you have a very modulated voice. And another thing is that a secret, you need to exercise, tongue exercise for 5 minutes. So, because of that, when I became a teacher, before I go to my class, I need to exercise. I need to have a tongue exercise in front of
Mirror.
back on the back of the door, yeah, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, if you have the tongue exercise, you can deliver your lecture for 2 hours, 3, 4, 5 hours, 6 hours, ten
Yeah.
hours without a pause because
Yeah.
you have a good exercise, and then you modulated the voice. And then, you know, and every career there's an end. While I am in the broadcasting company, I took my master's degree in English, and fortunately, I passed my master's degree in education, and then I start teaching when I only have 27 units in my master's degree. And my former boss told me, "Hey, what are you doing?" I told him, "I'm sorry, sir, because I need to have a new job because the pay for teacher is much good rather than
Yeah.
being a broadcaster." So
Yeah.
until now, I idolized my former boss because he gave me an opportunity. He gave me a
Yes.
lot of things. He gave me different perks that what we are called now for the Gen Z. And then I am now spending more than 20 years being a teacher
Yeah.
in the university being a teacher in college. I even taught English before. I even taught my own language in Filipino. I even teach script writing, TV script writing, documentary, how to do a documentary, how to do a short film. And right now, I'm already fulfilled because I've been exposed on research. I was very thankful
Yeah.
to my mentors before. I was exposed on research. I've already had a chance to, deliver my research abroad in Malaysia, in Taiwan. I used also to study in Taiwan in Chinese language program, but right now, if you ask me if I know Chinese, no, I don't know Chinese. I only know Ni Hao Ma, and something like that. And because of this virtual, we call it the virtual classroom. Uh, there are many opportunities right here. I've learned a lot. I was invited with a lot of webinars, specifically in India. I'm talking in India for almost 15 times, from Maharashtra to Ludhiana to Guwahati to a lot of places in
Yeah.
India. And then I gained a lot of friends. Actually, I have my first FB account, Facebook account. I've earned 5,000 FB friends, so I need to create another Facebook account because there are too many friends that's been added on me on Facebook, mostly from India, from Pakistan, from Morocco, from Algeria, from Bangladesh, from the Philippines, and all over the country. So
Yeah.
and now one of my friends from Nepal told me that, hey brother, you are very popular. He called me an Asian star. So I told him, no, I'm not an Asian star. I'm just doing what I'm doing because I'm really happy on what's happening right now, despite of the pandemic outbreak that's really happening around the world. And I was very thankful to EDX Research Center because you are the one who gave me this opportunity to, to penetrate the virtual classroom. That's what I'm telling you right now. So thank you very much to Dr. Patricia Saitia, and yes to you, Dr. Rituraj Saitia. Thank you for the
Yeah.
opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. And I would like to know that you were shifting from professionals to the academicians. So, what is the experience difference? That is, as whenever you are working as a broadcaster, you are in a radio station as a
Yes,
professional, pure professional work, and in now academics.
yeah.
So, which one is,
Yes. Right
according to
now,
you, you are
when
enjoying?
I became a teacher, because I was then,
Yeah,
yes, I used to be an instructor. Yes, I used to be an instructor because I don't have the master's degree before until I earned my master's degree in my PhD degree. And there's a big difference when it comes to practice, and then teaching. Because what I thought that students learned more things when it comes to academics, like for example, in broadcasting and script writing for radio and television and script writing for film, I thought that students are well equipped, but when I became a teacher, it's no. You need to start from scratch, from zero. They do not know anything. They do not know the script writing. They do not know how to broadcast effectively. They do not know the proper speech communication to be an effective communicator. And that's the reason why I'm teaching my students, because I'm handling broadcasting principles and practices, and I'm also handling journalism principles and practices and social media principles and practices. And those are the new subject that has been offered in college or in the universities in the Philippines, because the Commission on Higher Education changed the curriculum, and we need to adapt to the new changes in this curriculum. And
very simple question, and somewhat also different and related to the research scholar. My question, right now, question that what is the best field for innovation in the present day for research scholar? Any suggestion from your side to the research scholar? That is, they can start innovation in that area, particular area.
Yes. As I'm a research, I research marketing. Of course, I will tell about marketing because you can innovate in different aspects. For example, we are going online much more than before. We are using our smartphone much more than before. So I think digital marketing will demand much more studies. I think this is a great area to study and to publish papers. But I think that during this time, COVID-19, we need to reinvent ourselves in all aspects. So I truly believe that even we are living a problem, we'll see many opportunities in the future. But at this time, if you ask me if I'm about to supervise someone, I would say, hey, let's study digital marketing because companies are online, people are online all the time. We are having webinar online. Then I think it is important to understand how human beings are interacting with other human beings using the technology. You can think technology related to education, how you can use technology to education. You can study how to use technology to train your people, how you use technology to advertise your brand. So there are a lot of opportunities. I would recommend digital marketing.
Truly, and we know that this competition was going on earlier, that digital marketing versus the traditional marketing. And as we know right now, yes, of course, digital marketing now is available everywhere, and the people are always being inside the digital marketing, which is new and new platform. So for example, that we are having the digital marketing platform, Facebook, maybe Twitter, maybe LinkedIn, maybe WhatsApp also. So
Yes.
what will be the best one from your side as a suggestion? If you would like to suggest the researcher, if they are starting their entrepreneurship, which will be the best and easiest one for them for making their digital marketing? Any platform like Facebook, maybe LinkedIn, maybe WhatsApp, maybe Twitter, which one you would like to suggest?
Uh, Maybe Facebook, because I think depending on the business you are running, the product you are selling, I see Facebook with much more potential so far than other how can I say platforms, because you first of all you need to define your target. Where is your consumers, right? I think this is the first question you have to do. And then you choose your platform. Because, if I have to advertise something, to share something, in my case, I use Facebook. I don't use Instagram so far. I prefer Facebook because the people that I want to talk to, the people that I understand the profiles are in Facebook. So you need to understand your business, you need to know your customers, then you choose your platform. I think this is the logic you have to follow. Because if you go to Instagram, but your consumers are not there, it doesn't make sense. I think first of all, you need to understand where are your customers, who are your customers, and what is the best way to communicate with them. I think there are a bunch of opportunities, but before you decide, study your customers, study the context, study the dynamic, then you go ahead. Because, doctor, here in Brazil, we have many small companies trying to go online. They like it, they don't study. Oh, I have to use Facebook, I have to use Instagram. They don't study, they just go. And this is a problem. And they ask us, why not selling products online? Because your target is not there, you know? Then I think the best platform depends on
Yeah.
your product and the customers you want to serve. I think is the principal aspect you have to consider when decide of that, right? This is my humble opinion. Maybe I'm not
Yeah,
right.
this is very true. And as we know that everyone wanted to go for the selling purpose if they are choosing as marketing or sales as their career. And you have rightly said like that we have to understand the target audience. And this is true.
Yes.
I'm really appreciating this point, because our researcher, whenever our academician want to start any business, they want to go for startup or any say entrepreneurship journey, they should know that who are the targeted audience, who are the targeted people. And you rightly explained about this one, and congratulations to you, sir. I think that it will give actually some of the key points to their business. And this is our pleasure to inform all our participants that we are also organizing one very big world summit, one of the biggest world summit, upcoming on 18th and 19th of this month, that is in October. And we have more than 60 international speaker, CEOs, presidents, VPs, and the venture capitalists, also that investors, angel investors, and startups all together. Speakers are, most of them are CEO, investors, professors like that. And I hope that in Awesome 2020, people will really enjoy that how to start their startup or maybe the entrepreneurial journey. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That was insightful knowledge that you were sharing with us. And we are coming towards the end of today's show, and we will have only one more question with our speaker. And now I would like to go with our Muhammad Ul Maliki. And my question to Maliki, Muhammad Ul Maliki, that
Yes, sir.
yeah. So my question is that how you would like to give your one message to the researcher, that is as a young researcher now, how would you like to inspire them?
Well, my message will be passion. As a student, you will face a lot of obstacles that I like to call them opportunities. So be passionate if you want good and great results, and if you want, and yes, and don't be fast and enjoy what you do. Believe me, it is a long way, and you need to try to dream about it and write your objectives each day if you want to reach it. So try also to dream about it and get close to it step by steps. It's not that fast. You will need steps to reach it. So you also need to work on your skills. I'm talking about your general skills that you will get it not from your academy, but with working with people from outside your institutions, such as, for example, this amazing Odoxia. And finally, keep your mind open and learn from all people. Inspiration can come from people who we can't you can't think that you can they can give you this knowledge. So try to be open for all people. Thank you so.
Thank you very much. And also, we would like to appreciate your contribution, your support towards the research community. And we would like to share with all the participants that Muhammad Al Maliki, physicist from the Morocco, from the Muhammad First University. And today, during discussion, as Maliki, now you were saying like that, we have to take the proper guidance, and you are also endorsing us. We are really love it that yes, UDOC Research Center always trying to help the researcher of the different countries, and they can connect with each other through our platform. We are presently operating in 193 countries, and I hope that the credit goes to our academician, credit goes to our researcher, credit goes to our inventors and innovators, because it is a teamwork, because it is a contribution from the academician. If we are sometimes we are thinking about the global research community, and we are happy that most of the people are always saying about the Eudoxia Research Center. And today we feel like that we are in a virtual world. Truly, it is earlier, I think that it was in science fiction movie that everyone will be communicated with each other because there will be some disease like that, no one can go outside. But this has now become true. And we are communicating with each other with the virtual world. And I think that productivity never go down. It is faster. World is faster, and our academicians are contributing more as I would like to appreciate here, Dr. Gayatri sir also said like that earlier, if how much he was contributing, now he was contributing, he also mentioned the country name, that I am contributing right now to these all countries. And this is the truth. We have seen that Professor Leonardo sir also giving so many conferences, so many delivering his lecture. And now the world becomes smaller and more global in the true sense. Earlier also, before 5 years also, we are always saying that digital world, globalization of the world. But I think that whatever the other impact of the COVID-19, I will not speak about that. But truly, that we are connecting with each other, and happily we are learning from each other. And I think that this is the fantastic outcome of this present scenario, because academicians are taking the leadership, they are connecting with each other, they are doing more and more research work with their collaboration. And our EDX Research Center is always promoting the collaborative work and the innovation. Now this is time to get one message from our renowned academicians. We are really grateful to our Professor Leonardo sir that he was supporting, today he is supporting, and as a research celebrity. Now we would like to get one message from our Leonardo sir. Sir, one message to the all researcher and academician.
Okay. Again, thank you very much for being here. I feel blessed to make part of each life who are here and each person who will watch this interview. And I hope the best to you all. I'm very proud of your contribution, your great job you are doing. And I ask God to bless us around the world with health, and that we could be much more close, as you said before. We are brothers, we have to help each other, no matter what country you live, no matter your nationality. In fact, we are living the same garden, the earth. And I just ask to God that bless you all, give you health and wisdom. And I feel blessed to be here, and I hope all the best in everyday life.
Thank you very much, sir, and thank you for your support. And today I think that we are really enjoying this discussion. Our scholar, our academician really come to know about your life. You have shared your story of your life, inspiration that you are receiving from your professor. We are all remembering this whole story. And I think that this story are the energy for our researchers. Thank you, sir, for your support, contribution, and your time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now this is time. Thank you, sir. Now this is time to get another message from another emeritus person who already explained about his journey. Yes, Dr. Gayatri sir from Philippines. And as we come to know that he was starting his career as an broadcast in a radio center. Then slowly during his work, he was explaining his success story. We have to remember that during his work, when he was engaged in that radio, that station, he was gaining his knowledge, he was upgrading himself from one to another qualification, and finally he introduced himself as a global leader. Today we are really happy to inform you all that we are having one emeritus person, Dr. Gayatri sir from Philippines, and he is global leader, global contributor, and true motivator for the researcher. Now the message from our Dr. Gayatri sir.
Okay, so thank you very much again. Once again, thank you for the opportunity of inviting me here in the EDX Talk. As one, it's very nice to hear the celebrity research talk show. That's rare, actually. As a matter of fact, I wanted to apply this celebrity talk show in my class for the face-to-face, because that is a good motivation before we conduct the real classes and face-to-face. So for all the people, all the academicians, to our respective guests right now, thank you very much once again for the opportunity. And let us support research, because in this time of the global pandemic, we need education and we need the health. These are what we call the new indicators that's showing This hour we call show the disturbing differences between schools and small and even in the larger communities or larger, whether the small, large or island countries in the world, because education considers a learner's well-being that will improve academic achievement despite or in the time even there is a COVID-19 coronavirus or even there's no COVID-19, let us support research because research will give us and pave the way for better understanding and shift the moves away from individual focus to mass focus and understanding the communication and relationship, which is a key to learning. So Edoxia Research Center, India, thank you very much. I'm Dr. Macario Gigayata from the University of the Caloocan, Metro Manila, the Philippines. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your time, for your support. And I hope that today all the researchers and academicians enjoyed today's session of the EDX Talks, Research Celebrity Talks. Today, we would like to appreciate the contribution of our Dr. Macario Z. Gaeto, sir, from the University of East Caloocan, Metro Manila, Philippines. Then we had our guest, Professor Dr. Leonardo de Silva, the professor and researcher from EMPM University, Brazil. And we have Muhammad Al Maliki from Muhammad First University, Morocco. So we would like to appreciate all of you for your time, contribution, and inspiration to the researcher and academician by sharing your story, by sharing, influencing all the academicians. Thanking you all and big hand to all of you and namaste from India. Today we are concluding our session and we hope that all together we will develop more research, more innovation and inspire the world for better works. Thank you. Thank you very much to all.